Got it. Ready, break. Welcome back, y'all. I'm Galoob. He's Tommy. It is 3rd and 48. Everyone in the league, Major League Baseball, is participating in Pride Month, except for the Texas Rangers.
And 5 select special pitchers
Jeez.
From the Tampa Bay Rays.
They're getting roasted. One guy got sent down earlier this week because he came out against supporting such a thing. Now, my deal is, why is it required? I don't think it's something that should be required for you to support.
I don't get a choice whether or not I have to put this patch on my uniform.
Just saying. I mean, I guess you're part of the organization, and the organization's supporting it.
From what I've seen so far, everyone is pointing out their religious beliefs.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, Pride Month wouldn't be a part of their religious beliefs, so that's why they're choosing to opt out of it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how is it you criticizing that the same thing as them criticizing you for not wanting to be a part of it, not wanting to support?
My deal is if they were forced to wear crosses on their helmets.
Okay.
How many people are going to be against that, or how much outrage is there going to be? Probably a lot. I'm not trying to sell any type of belief. I'm just saying we should maybe chill out a little bit.
Oh, God. I mean, we just saw this like a year or two ago with what the NFL was supporting.
Please ask a question, Bill. Go ahead.
Go for it, Bill. I don't know. I don't know.
I'm just really tired of all the forced things. Like, I think most people are just cool with whatever as long as you shut the F up about it, right?
In the last month, I've seen baseball, I've seen Target, I've seen beer, and I've seen swimming trunks called chubbies.
And it's finally gotten to a point that people are pissed off enough that there's a little bit of pushback. And how do you talk? You talk with your money. Everyone knows that.
Same thing with every sports, like off the field, off the court thing. Like, can I just watch sports?
Like, right. I feel like that's the basis of every argument ever. Can I just watch sports? That's what I want to do. Can I just buy a product without you telling me what to think about anything? Now, that's not how marketing works. I realize that. But to do such an overhaul with such hot button issues, like everyone knows being controversial is hot right now, like with everything. We're just going to see how far we can push this limit. That's what it seems like to me.
All I know is Bud Light losing $5 million and Target losing $9 billion was like the coolest thing I've ever seen. Like, good for the people. Whoever stopped shopping there, good for you. I don't care. It's not going to do anything for me, but
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what either thing you just said, Bill. Give us a little bit more specific, and we'll shout you out.
All right, so we just got done watching the RBC Heritage. Texas Rangers died. We just got done watching the RBC Heritage, and what's the Canadian's name?
No, we're literally saying we don't care. Like, we're not going to, like, I don't know how to put it. Like
are you talking about
if everyone else wants to boycott, like, go for it. But, like,
you think I should throw away the neons that are bar signs?
Yeah.
No, I just don't care.
Yeah.
I already paid for that. Why would I throw it away? I mean, I buy different beer now. So the same people using religion as an excuse is there two different types of linens. If it's in the Bible, it's all hypocritical.
That's a good one.
A belief is a belief. It doesn't matter where its basis is from, is my point. If you're going to make people do something, it depends on their beliefs, their morals. Everyone has different shit. The point is, like, not forcing things. Also, if I had Bud Light in my fridge that I already bought, I haven't been buying Bud Light. I've been buying Sam Adams, Yingling. But if I had it in my fridge and I already paid for it, it would be really stupid of me to pour it out. I just won't give them any more money. I don't know. What do you think about it? That seems reasonable in my brain. I don't know how it works.
Here's what I see, because I'm in grocery stores every day. I literally saw a person. This is a guy. He went.
Hold on real quick. That's what people are doing right now. You're making legislation based on a religious belief that transgender and gay should be mandated by the government. That's the same thing. I don't know what you want me to tell you. All right, sorry.
My thing. Okay, I'm in the grocery store this week. I saw a guy. He somebody went to go pick up a case of Bud Light, and the person beside them was like, "Oh my God, you're gonna buy that?"
Right.
So they put down the Bud Light, and instead they picked up a case of what's it called? The healthy beer, Ultra. They picked up Ultra. It's the same company. It's the same guy. It's the same pocket.
Like, well, that's the other problem. People are stupid.
People are just stupid.
They don't do research. They don't know what they're talking about. They don't dig into what they're doing. They just follow what's told to them from whatever source they've decided they want to get things from.
AB makes
they're not being discriminated against. And if they are, that's pretty much taken care of. You're talking about forcing it down people's throats and forcing your children to be indoctrinated into that, which is the same thing religion does. It's the same concept. Can we just let people do what they want instead of telling people to do what they're supposed to? Although that's what a lot of people want everyone to do, is tell them what to do or what to think or how to go about something.
Probably.
They're not banning books. I don't know. The Bible's probably banned in school too. I mean, you could say everything. Probably. You're probably right.
Looks like a bully to me.
You're not wrong. It is what it is.
All I know, dude, that's wild that you just said that. I literally just ate a Taco Bell.
Dude, nacho fries are fire.
Taco Bell nacho fries box. I had to ask which box do they have because there was no boxes on the menu. And she was like, "You're in luck. We got the deluxe chalupa box." I was like, "Let me get that."
I'm not telling anyone to think anything. I'm giving my opinion on mostly sports. I mean, we get into some other stuff, but we watch a lot of sports and we watch a lot of football specifically, which we're dead on right now. So,
we're about to hop into sports and go off of that, but we just wanted to start with that because I've just been seeing it everywhere.
You're right. It's not forced, and people are buying something else. Just like if you don't want to listen to what the hell I have to say, you can just swipe up and find somebody else cool. Find somebody with their tits out, whatever you want to see. That's the point. And I'm not buying Bud Light because you are forcing me to support that. Why can't you just sell a good product and shut the F up about whatever the social issue you're trying to push? I just want you to sell product. Make it delicious. Bud Light's delicious. Budweiser's delicious. I don't know what to tell you.
Stop watching sports. Yeah, I'll probably pick up gardening.
Why should I stop watching sports, Bill? No, I enjoy the sports.
I love sports games.
I love sports games. Go team.
All around.
All right, what was I talking about?
We just wrapped up watching the RBC Canadian Open.
Tommy Westwood.
Playoff poll.
Who's the Canadian? Nick. Why am I blank on his name right now?
Taylor? Nick Taylor.
Canadian wins the RBC Heritage in Canada. First time I've ever seen a super white Canadian crowd get so hyped. They were so hyped. What's up, Mayor? How you doing?
72 foot.
That's what I was about to get at.
Putt for birdie.
So they played this par 5 4 times. Every time, no greens in regulation. Really ridiculous putts. Tommy Westwood hit one into the freaking box that fans are in and got a free drop next to the green.
Fleetwood.
Did I say somebody else?
Westwood.
Oh, not Lee Westwood. I'm sorry. Tommy Fleetwood. How much money have I lost gambling? I actually lost $20 today to him.
Mm-hmm. A lot.
I don't even have a script today. I just say we actually don't have a script at all. We're just here to talk.
We just wrapped up watching the RBC. I'm golf guy. I'm always watching golf. He randomly walks in and he's like, does it matter? And I'm like, I can't stop watching. He's a baseball guy. So we go back and forth. We're both hardcore NFL. He's baseball. I'm golf. I'm basketball. He's not basketball.
Right. Pretty much the only thing we have in common is football season in the fall when it comes to putting our eyes on sports. Although, obviously, we all watch the big events. So I roll up. We're watching. I'm going to say Westwood again. It's freaking Fleetwood. Tommy Fleetwood and Nick Taylor go at it. Outstanding end to a match. Dude drops a 72-footer. Doesn't even give Fleetwood an opportunity to tie him on this hole. It was amazing. It was great. That's what golf's supposed to be.
I will say Fleetwood had 3 putts to win it before that, so it's his fault. But
that's true. He had plenty of opportunities.
God, that was sick.
Plenty of opportunities.
NBA Finals is about to be a gentleman's sweep, which I predicted. Called it.
You said you thought it was going to be more interesting after the Heat took Game 2, though. I think everyone thought that, and that's not what happened. Joker has been Joker.
And Murray came alive
for this series as an entirety. Anyway, even in a loss, I think they scored 41, or Joker scored 41.
In Game 4, Aaron Gordon went off for almost 30. So when you got three guys going off for 25, 30 points, I mean, it's going to be tough for Heat because their scoring is so inconsistent. And Jimmy Butler's been
What does Vegas
playing
have
ball
the odds
average
on for Heat comeback? It's got to be outrageous.
Whew.
Would you throw a bet on it just because?
No. Absolutely not.
Speculative? Not at all.
Absolutely not.
Zero. So in Tommy's world of sports handicapping, 0% chance that he won't even take your bet. 0% chance Miami comes back to win this thing.
No. Not only do I think the Nuggets are about to get their first championship, I think this is going to be the start of a dynasty for the Nuggets.
Okay. Does Carmelo Anthony come back and
to do what?
Just come to the ceremony?
They're actually going to have a decision to make. Are they going to retire Joker's number or Melo's number? Because it's the same number.
Do you joint retire it? I think you kind of have to.
I've never seen that before.
You kind of like celebrate the number and don't let anyone else wear it. Have Joker and Carmelo on the same banner. I don't know.
Melo never won an MVP or an NBA championship.
But should the Nuggets retire his number?
I don't know. I don't know. I think he's one of those he's not the best guy to ever wear the number for the Nuggets.
Tracy McGrady, Steve Francis, somewhere in that Grant Hill, somewhere in that category group of humans.
All three of those guys are Hall of Famers, and Melo's going to be a Hall of Famer. So maybe. I had to think about it for a second.
I think you're maybe hop off your Wi-Fi there. Your shit's moving real slow.
Hop off Wi-Fi?
Yeah. Maybe restart live. Sorry, guys. 1 second here. All right. I don't know why it does that on your Wi-Fi. It's like when it gets too many streams hooked up to the same time, it shits a bit. Although it can stream a full video game at 1080 HP. It makes no sense to me. All right. Let's play a game. Do you have anything else on golf?
Nope.
Anything else on the finals?
Oh, we didn't even talk about the merger.
Let's get to that in a minute.
All right.
That's separate. Let's play a football game. Let's play a football game right now. It's how many of these, you get 3 strikes. How many of these guys can you guess? I feel like this could be good. I think you're going to do okay. I don't think you're going to get all 10 on any of them. So, fill in the 10 spots, right? You get 3 strikes. You're aiming to get all 10 of these answers.
All right.
In NFL history, these 10 players average the most passing yards per game. Top 10 list.
What?
Per game averages.
History.
Passing yards per game. Okay. Top 10 guys.
Okay.
3 strikes. Line them up. Go.
Kurt Warner.
1 strike.
Top 10 passing yards
Still
per
active
game.
too now.
Oh, right now.
No, in history. But yes, active players are included in this. It's per game passing yards.
Dan Marino.
Wrong.
Are these all guys that weren't like full-time starters?
Nope.
Peyton Manning.
There's 1.
Josh Allen.
3 strikes already. We're going to give you an extra strike.
Aaron Rodgers.
Wowzer. All right, this is insane. I really thought you were going to do better there. Let me go ahead and run down the top 10. Number 1 is Patrick Mahomes, the only player averaging over 300 yards per game.
Wow.
Herbert is 2nd at 288. Burrow is 3rd at 280. Breeze is tied with Joey Burr at 280. Andrew Luck comes in 5th with 275. Matt Stafford, 273. You got Peyton Manning at 271. Matt Ryan, 268. Tom Brady, 266. And this is the one I did not think you would get. Kirk Cousins, number 10. Lifetime NFL passing yards per game. Kirk Cousins averages 262 per game.
That was tough.
All right. So same concept. Let's do it again. All right, we got the talk back rolling. Uno momento, whoever's with us on YouTube, thank you. Stand by, please. And the pod, little dead air. To our Spotify listeners, I apologize. While you're wallowing and basking your downtime, make sure you follow us on TikTok. He's Thomas the Lefty. I am Galoob QB1 on TikTok. We are 3rd and 48 podcasts. We're on everywhere you get your podcasts and YouTube. Also on Facebook. All right, you ready? Game number 2. Same concept. Top 10 list. 3 strikes. Touchdown receptions in NFL history.
Ever?
Touchdown receptions ever. Top 10 list.
Obviously, it's Jerry Rice.
1.
Terrell Owens.
2. He's number 3.
Isaac Bruce.
Strike 1.
Torrey Holt.
Strike 2. Neither of the greatest show on turfs on the touchdown receptions list.
Tony Gonzalez.
He's number 8.
Jason Witten.
That's 3. Bonus strike. You're working on bonus time. You're 3 for 10 right now.
Antonio Gates.
Number 7.
Jesus. Wow.
Still got 6 spots left. You have Jerry Rice, Terrell Owens, Antonio Gates, and Tony Gonzalez. 6 to go.
AB.
Strike 4 after the foul ball.
Yikes.
So number 2 is Randy Moss, right behind Jerry Rice. And I say right behind. I use that loosely. Jerry Rice had 197. Randy Moss had 156 in the second spot. Chris Carter, Marvin Harrison, Larry Fitzgerald, 4 through 6 respectively.
Jesus.
Rounding it out with 100 apiece at 9 and 10. Tim Brown and Steve Largent.
Wow. That was bad. I was leaning towards tight ends a lot.
Only 2 on there, Yates and Gonzalez.
Because the tight ends have so many catches,
Although
man.
Kelsey probably will crack that list, yeah?
Yeah.
I would assume so.
Kelsey's like entering his prime.
All right, I got one more, and this is not football related. This is basketball. Let's do a basketball top 10, and I want you to knock these out. You get 3 strikes. If you're under 5, we'll give you the bonus strike.
All right.
3-point shots made in their entire careers.
Okay.
NBA, overall, top 10, go.
You got Steph.
Steph's number 1, 618 and counting.
You got Reggie.
Reggie is number 8, oddly enough, 320.
Threes made?
3-point shots made.
Ever. 320?
I don't know. That's what I got.
That.
Is this per season, maybe?
Steph makes 300, 200, 300 in a year.
For a season?
Are you going season all time?
I don't know.
You're going season all, like one season. Top 10.
Yeah, one season.
Single season.
Okay.
You threw me off there.
I wrote it down wrong. I just wrote made, but
you're
that's
gonna have
fine.
Clay.
Okay, he's number 2.
You're going to have J Kidd.
Nope.
No J Kidd.
No. 1 strike.
Dirk.
You said Dirk?
Yeah.
2 strikes.
Oh, jeez. Let's go Duncan Robinson.
Duncan Robinson. No, you went on a limb. All right, bonus strike. You got 3 of 10.
Let's go Jason Campono.
Wow.
Wowzer.
LeBron? No Bron reference there. James Harden, Ray Allen, Kevin Durant, Manu Ginobili snuck one in there. So did Danny Green and J.R. Smith. I didn't think you would get those.
If you were going I thought you were going all time.
I don't know what I wrote down weird, I guess.
People get 200 to 300 threes in a season now.
I don't know what to tell you.
Hey, I'm going to ask you a question, but it's not going to be real.
All right, let's bring it back. I got another one written down we can do. That's my bad. It was not descripted enough. I apologize. I bet you are a bigger nerd. Call kid?
Cali Kid.
Cali kid.
Clayton Patterson. Who wins the NFC North? Vikings fan. Who you got? I think.
I took the Vikings, and I'm sticking with the Vikings.
Vikings are a chalk pick.
The Lions are sneaky.
I'm going to be honest with you. I want the Lions to win because I think the Lions are exciting. But I think you're the favorite, obviously. I think this is the last year.
You work for the Vikings?
I think they're giving up on Kirk after this year, and they're going younger.
Well, Dalvin Cook just got cut, right? We decided they're already rolling with Alexander Madison for this season anyway. No big deal. But what does it say?
New sports equals sports. I don't know what that means. I feel like Madison averages like 5 a carry, though, so I don't know how much of a drop-off there is. And everything I've been reading is Dalvin Cook's not Dalvin Cook anymore. So
Yeah. And, I mean, shoot, you said last episode, Alexander Madison, 5 yards per carry,
Yep.
or at least close to it.
Yep.
All right, 10 spot again. Last time, since I fucked the other one up.
Yeah, you did.
That's my bad. I'm the producer guy. Sorry.
I mean, if you're factoring in money, then yeah, absolutely.
All right, single season rush yards. The best single seasons in NFL history. I feel like you're going to do okay here. Same thing, 10 spots.
The top ones are all pretty easy. You got AP.
Boom. Number 2.
You got Earl Campbell.
Number 9.
Okay. You got glasses for the Rams.
I'll give you glasses for the Rams. Eric Dickerson, number 1 ever, 2105. Only back to ever eclipse 2,100 yards.
You got AD.
We got him. Number 2, 2097.
No, you got Jamal Lewis.
Jamal Lewis, number 3, 2066.
Yep. You got Terrell Davis.
TD, 2008.
Yep.
Back in the 90s.
There should be a Ricky Williams sprinkled in there somewhere.
No Ricky Williams.
He had 1,800. So all 10 have over 18.
Correct. The number 10 spot on the list holds 1883.
Yikes. You got a Barry in there.
Barry Sanders, 2053.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You got 4 left.
4 left. Give me a
with 2 strikes to go too. This is a good one. I like it.
Give me a damn. Let's see.
I thought we might run one for this page. Follow the 3rd and 48 podcast.
Give me a Walter Payton.
Been thinking about doing that. No Payton. Strike 2.
Wow. Give me I'm gonna go old school. I don't think it is. Go Jim Brown. It's not.
No, not Jim Brown. There was one more old school guy here, and his name was the Juice Man, O.J. Simpson, 2003. CJ2K, 2006. Derrick Henry with 2027. And the last one would have been fucking amazing if you would have got it. Amon Green, 1,883 yards, the number 10 best rushing season in NFL history for the Green Bay Packers.
Yikes.
Was that an acceptable game? I think we should do more of that. Whew. As long as I get it written down right.
Wow. Pretty solid.
I felt like that went well. All right. We're off the cuff, guys. I got no script tonight. We got no specific news. If you've got a question, let it rip. I want to hook that up to there.
That was what was slowing it down. That was what was slowing.
Oh, was it? Yeah, was it? Okay.
Because it's booming now.
Gotcha.
Give me. I want to talk about the Live PGA merger.
Okay, let's talk about.
How do you feel? You're not golf guys. So
Here's the problem.
From a guy that doesn't care as much. How do you feel?
Here's the problem in the first place. When Live first split and everyone was up in arms and they're like raising hell about the Live guys, the blood money, the blah, blah, blah. I didn't give a fuck.
9/11.
I didn't fucking care. If you're going to get your money, go get your money. Somebody's going to get the money. If it's me, I'm taking the money. Oh, and I can play 8 rounds of golf per year, I guess. Is that what they said? 8, 10, something like that?
It's less than 25 that PGA makes you play.
There's 0% chance I would have said no to that. This many. I would have been there. You can send me hate mail for blood money or whatever you want. And now that they've merged, everyone that was bitching about it either looks stupid or they're going to have to eat their words. One of the two things. Outside guy looking in that only watches like 4 golf tournaments a year. That's what it looks like to me. Well, Jay Monahan, looks like a moron. And he's backtracked the whole time trying to smooth this thing over. The PGA players, they had what? A no phones meeting. Who knows what happened in there? They're probably like, oh shit. Hey, remember when we lost all that money? I'm real mad about it. Let's talk to Jay. Tell him he owes us this or whatever cut they're doing. I don't know how it's working.
So Tiger turned down like $700 million to $1 billion. Hideki Matsuyama turned down $400 million. Mm-hmm. They said Rory turned down maybe $400 million.
Right. So now what? That money's just gone. And so how did this merger get forced? That's my question.
There
Basically,
wasn't.
that's what happened.
There's still not a lot of clarity. Is
Right.
it going to still be two separate tours? Because Greg Norman, the Live Tour guy, said that Live's going to continue just how it's been doing because they have contracts.
Right.
Like all those guys signed 4-year deals. They're only in year 2 of those deals.
Mm-hmm. Could you tell your neighbor to take the fucking cams off of his Mustang?
I think it was a really bad look. I think when Brooks Koepka came and he almost won the Masters, then he does win the PGA. You've got a Live guy holding up 1, maybe 2 major trophies and the year just started.
Right.
And then we got the U.S. Open starting this week. You know Brooks is going to play good again. DJ, Bryson, Cam Smith. There was a realistic scenario where Live guys could win 2 out of 3 majors.
Mm.
That's just a terrible look. And then, like, the PGA Tour was like, if they lose one more star, like, I don't know, let's say a John Rahm crosses over to Live, all of a sudden Live's the tour to watch. Like,
are they though? I feel like they were still drowning in ratings to the PGA.
They didn't make a profit last year money-wise, but I've watched a ton of their broadcast. Their broadcast is great.
I mean, how hard is it to assemble a crew to film golf? I feel like that's not that much that goes into production. Whereas if you like look at an XFL broadcast or a minor league baseball broadcast compared to the professional leagues, there's a huge difference. I feel like golf, you don't have nearly as much involvement to make a quality product for TV.
It wasn't stuffy. It felt like a party atmosphere. It felt like something you would want to go and get a couple drinks at. You would take the wife, the girlfriend to. You'd make a day out of it. You know, you go down to the Live tournament, you know, drink a 6-pack, you know, see some of your favorite guys because there's only 48 guys playing. You should know half of them.
I mean, I can tell you pretty much the only time I watch golf is to watch Brooks Koepka. That's my dude.
And he's on Live.
He's on Live.
I don't know.
So I've been watching majors, obviously, but
I'm just going to be super curious. How's it going to if it's actually going to reintegrate next year? Like, there's no way Rory's going to look at these dudes coming into the locker room and be like, "Oh, you got Phil Mickelson got $200 million and he's not even good anymore, and I turned down $400 million."
Right.
The one thing the PGA said with this merger that whatever this new league is going to be called, the guys that stayed loyal to the PGA are going to get equity in this new league. I don't know what that means.
Who has like major control of this new concept that we're going to see?
They said Monahan's going to be like the president of everything, and then some.
So is this just like a
guy?
Is this a panic buy by PGA and a power move by the Saudis to get their hands into this pot?
Everybody just said basically Saudi Arabia has bought golf.
Right.
I don't care. I love golf. I'm going to continue watching. It's amazing.
I'm a bad person to ask about, hey, are we going to protest this? Are we going to turn this off? Because I don't turn it on to begin with. So,
other than,
I mean, what do you want me to say?
I mean, other than an NFL game or like a big SEC college football game, like golf is the third thing that I enjoy watching. So I don't know. I'm not going anywhere.
I'd like to hear some input on that.
What do y'all got?
If you are a PGA fan, are you turning off the TV now? And were you avoiding Live to start with? Let me know.
I don't know how many people were actually watching Live, but I actually watched, and like the team concept was awesome. I've heard in this merger, like Nike is going to try to buy Brooks Koepka's Live team for like $1 billion or $2 billion. So like whoever thought of this team shit was like way ahead of their time.
That's a huge thing. I didn't even think about that. The Department of Justice getting involved in the merger because they always oversee them. The PGA could lose their nonprofit.
I think they already said something about that.
That's a huge deal for, especially in America and how sports have worked here. I'm sure the Saudis don't give a damn about being a 501c, but the PGA itself probably has a huge, like, I can't think of the word, an interest in keeping that designation. So that will be interesting. That's a good ass point.
Oh, the same way the NFL doesn't pay taxes and they make like $10 billion a year.
Which is horseshit. Is it not horseshit? I think it's horseshit.
I pay more taxes than the NFL league does, which is asinine. But they put their products so good that I don't care. I don't know.
I mean, you're right. I'm not going to protest it over their nonprofit status. I do think that's a huge problem in general for the earth. Sorry, not the earth. Probably the country.
Roll Tide J just joined.
Turn this fucking
What team do you like, Roll Tide J? You sound like a big Auburn Tigers fan.
Are you a War Eagle guy?
Yeah, I bet your favorite play was the kick six.
Which one was that? That was the field goal that got returned for a touchdown, right?
Yep. I don't remember what two teams were playing in that particular game.
Sorry. There we go. We got some light. My bad.
God.
I knew something was off on the YouTube here, guys. Sorry.
I don't see any
That's
way
better.
Monahan keeps his job long term. I mean, he just looked like the biggest Ringling Brothers clown I've seen out of a sports commissioner.
Not great. Not great. There was a plethora of memes, information, and general debauchery in relation to the PGA on the interwebs this past week.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
What else huge is happening?
Got golf, got finals.
When was the last time Lance Armstrong won a cycling championship?
Is Lance Armstrong still alive?
I have no idea. I know he had dick cancer or whatever.
I think it was testicle. But
kind of the same.
Either way, we'll go with it.
Is there a cancer of the penis? Can you get dick cancer?
Have you ever seen that picture of a Tour de France cyclist legs after the Tour de France?
Is that when they're all like drained and veiny and like it looks like somebody put saran wrap around them and heated it up?
It looks like a dead skeleton.
Yeah.
It's wild, man.
I couldn't do that. Like I don't have the ability to push my body to that point. I just don't. Like you have to enjoy pain to do that. It's like marathon runners. People who run 26 miles or whatever.
Didn't see it.
You have to enjoy that shit.
We were trying to figure out what was up with the guy
South
that
Carolina.
was wearing the guy that was wearing jean shorts that was like carrying the flag.
Yeah, they made it seem like somebody stole the flag and he returned it, or maybe he stole the flag and then was bringing it back because he knew it was stupid. Like in Canada, they're not going to tackle you or tase you because they're very nice. It seems yuppie-ish. Where are you at in South Carolina? We're just outside Columbia. Cheers, though.
803.
Speaking of Columbia, the Gamecocks got knocked out in 2 games in a 3-game series against the Gators of Florida. So that Gamecocks CWS run came to a screeching halt.
I just think it's another fan base with extremely unrealistic expectations. South Carolina expects to win the college baseball national championship every year. That's just not realistic. The coach won 40 games this year, and people are still like, I think we should fire him.
Who did we talk about? What was the reason for college baseball talent being so spread out?
More college teams are investing money into their baseball programs, better facilities, contributing more to scholarships, higher percentage of players are getting scholarships.
Well, that's a good thing because so many kids would just skip college and just go play on some shit-ass single-A team because they couldn't afford to go to college and they still wanted to play ball. Scholarships for baseball are super rare and usually, I want to say max out at like 30% for a lot of schools. Like you're not getting even a half ride. So I know I brought it up before. I hope to see a positive development on not minor league baseball, on college baseball, due to the implementation of NIL practices. And I think it will long term. I think it'll help because of how shitty like these single A, high A ball players get paid, get fed, just to exist, just to play ball. Now, if you can go to a college, stay in a dorm room, probably party a little bit, play some college ball at a big time college, that would be more enticing if the monetary gain and the ability to go to school is similar.
I thought I read something this year or last year where they raised the league minimum in minor league baseball to like a certain amount to make it livable.
They cut so many teams.
Yeah.
Which was probably a good thing. There was too many.
Right.
Honestly, there was just too damn many. And there's plenty of independent baseball teams too. If you got those guys that are just hanging on just because this is all they know, they want to play ball. I don't know what the minimum was raised to, But I know at some point in the last 20 years, because I had a couple friends of mine play minor league ball,
Right.
they were making like $18,000.
I think it's somewhere between 25 and 50 now.
I want to say they're around 30, 35, because you can live off that. Not well, but you get meal stipends. You usually have somewhere to stay. I don't know all the details, ins and outs of it.
I will tell you, you're making
it's more livable now.
You're making more than a not popular UFC fighter.
That's true.
I just saw this UFC fighter that posted his Bank of America bank account, and he had $7 in his bank account.
A UFC
and this
fighter.
guy is signed to the UFC.
Jeez, that's insane.
The Rock comments on it and goes, "I remember being there when I got cut or played for Miami or something like that." And he's like, "Keep in touch with me. I'm gonna help you out."
Well, honestly, at that point in time, The Rock probably made a ton of money playing at the University of Miami.
I don't want to keep going. I've also seen this other dude that fights in the UFC, but on the side, he picks up shifts waiting tables at like Texas Roadhouse.
I think that's pretty common.
Have you seen that
for,
guy?
Not UFC fighters, I'm sorry, for minor league baseball players. That was pretty common for them to have another job.
But like, you would think a UFC fighter, you're signed to the biggest fighting promotion in the world. You have to have a side job waiting tables at a restaurant just to make ends meet.
Right. Well, you know how much money that Dana White makes and how much money the biggest fighters make. Is even the best fighters in the UFC aren't even close to what their potential could be.
There's just a huge gap, man. Like the difference between like John Jones and like the first guy on a card is like,
I mean, shouldn't it be?
I mean, it should, but I feel like there should be like a minimum per fight.
I don't know the logistics or the breakdown or the percentage or any of those things. I mean, you're probably right. If you're fighting on a main card, even if it's the undercard, you should probably make enough money to be able to go train and do your thing and not have to go work at the fucking bakery making donuts in the morning or it's the 7-Eleven checking people out, whatever.
I don't know. From what I've read.
Upstate Clemson. What up? That's awesome.
Yeah.
Only been up there a handful of times near Anderson. Not really an upstate guy. We go towards the beach in the low country a lot.
I'm going to be honest, man. And you're going to hate me.
Here we go.
I got tickets to USC Clemson in Clemson.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody's juicing me up about coming down the hill, the Rock.
Howard's Rock. Death Valley. It's an experience, an aura.
It wasn't that great, man. I'm going to be honest with you. Not that great. I
still haven't been, so I don't know.
When you're comparing it to Sandstorm, Country Roads Take Me Home, Sweet Home Alabama, Won't Back Down in the Swamp, it's not that great.
Ohio State. What's in Ann Arbor? Like 110,000 people?
Wisconsin playing Jump. I don't know. It's just college football's a vibe, though. I get why people are so addicted to it.
Sandstorm's money. If it's a good game down at Williams-Brice, and if you know me, you know I could give a damn about pretty much any college football team. I wear a bunch of college gear. I watch all of it. I'm a diehard of no college team ever. But the college football scene is pretty fucking rad. I will give it that.
I get more excited about the Ric Flair theme song at Carolina games than I do about Sandstorm.
2001.
It's amazing.
Yeah, that's solid too.
Yeah. I don't know.
Carl keeps demanding I go to West Virginia, up there to Morgantown, so I can sing Country Roads.
Singing John Denver just sounds like the coolest thing ever, bro.
It sounds like it'll be fun. I mean, I'm down for it. It sounds great.
You're taking a back road on the way to the game. Somebody's got a still in the side of their house. You stop. You make friends.
Cash App right now.
Always happens. No to go maniac.
These are the actors on Brokeback Mountain. That's not true, and that's blasphemy. One of them is dead.
I love it.
Heath Ledger's a legend.
There's nothing better than people on social media that don't have profile pictures. Like, you're such a fucking loser. You couldn't even put a picture attached to your profile.
It's okay. I'm glad you stopped by.
Now my TikTok's going to get banned. Thanks for that.
Damn it!
Thanks, no to go maniac.
We can't possibly get banned again, right? Right. As long as you're not going to demand I throw my sign away like everyone else. Actually, not mine. It's his sign. I don't give a shit about the sign.
Here we go.
Here we go.
This is a personal opinion. You can tell me if you agree, disagree. Don't give a shit.
Like that.
Josh Allen just got the Madden cover.
Mm-hmm.
I think the NFL is trying to shove Josh Allen down our throats.
Do they have to?
And I don't feel like Josh Allen has done shit to deserve it.
He's a top 5 quarterback in the NFL.
0 MVPs.
I know the numbers. You don't have to
0
quote them to
All
me.
Pros.
Quote them to them. Tell them.
No Super Bowls. No nothing of his claim to fame is he got one college offer from Wyoming. He has a 50% completion percentage. He jumps into the first round because he throws the ball 75 yards at the combine.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden, the NFL is trying to tell me that he's in the same class with Patrick Mahomes.
You can't quote the 50% thing because he's completing close to 70% of his passes in the big boy league now. He's a real quarterback.
4 years after the fact. His first year in the league, he was still in the 50s.
He was a project. I feel like we said he was a project. Everyone knew he's a project. I would say his development has been fucking incredible. He's a potential MVP candidate.
The NFL tries to tell me that Patty, Joe Burr, and Josh Allen are all in the elite top tier category. Josh Allen's not in that group. He's not there yet. He hasn't done shit to get into that tier 1 group.
I mean, he's Joe's ball today that was on the lip. He left the putt a little bit short. It's on the lip.
Patty's here. You come down.
That's not even
There's
real.
Burrow.
Patty's by
You come
his
down.
You can
There's
tell me
Allen.
all day that Joe Burrow has beat Patty twice. I don't care. Patty is in a league of his own. It's not real. He's not a human being. That's not fair. You can't say that there's a tier because there's one tier with one guy in it. Now, if you want to put Allen in that tier with Burrow and Burrow's Burrow's number 2.
Yeah. I don't even think Allen's up where Burrow's at.
I'd put him in the same class.
I just don't see it.
Oh. And then you're going to put Herbie there. Then you're going to put Hurts in there. Are those the top 5? Why don't you tell me?
Tell me what Herbie has done.
You want to? I'm not going to pull out numbers. That's boring for everyone. I could pull out numbers and give you a statistical, analytical breakdown of why. I could also say the eye test, even though every week in, week out, what do I say? I bitch about Josh Allen running fucking power behind a fullback and lowering his shoulder on a linebacker. I get it. He has to stop doing that. He's completing near 70% of his passes. Herbert's over 70%.
I'm not mad at Herbie,
They're
though.
both there.
The NFL's not trying to push Herbie on me.
The NFL's trying to push stars, and whether you like it or not, Josh Allen's a star. He's a star.
Because Buffalo's amazing, and they have the best fans in the league, and their field is amazing.
How long is it before Jared Goff's getting pushed? Because he's now a reborn star.
I just feel like you got to do something. What
do you want him to do?
You got to do something.
What do you want him to do?
Think about
He should have beat Patrick Mahomes. He had Patrick Mahomes beat. With 13 seconds left, and a fucking miracle happens.
Josh Allen.
Insane. Yeah, Josh Allen had him beat. He played an amazing game. It was just like we said Jalen Hurts in the Super Bowl. An amazing game. Had him beat. But they lost. You can't hang that over his head. They both played an amazing game against the best quarterback in the league, who is years and eons and light years above everyone else in the league. That's a tough thing to do. And Burrow's there too.
He's been in the playoffs 3 or 4 times. He's gotten bounced every single time. Every time. I don't know, man. His best playoff game
in the AFC Championship game
is against the Pats.
He was
throws
in
6
the AFC
touchdowns.
Championship. Was that not the AFC Championship game, or was that a divisional?
I don't remember.
He's there. He's not going anywhere. He's a bona fide star. You can not like it for the time being, but they have to push these young guys. The old guys are all gone. The last one's gone. Brady's gone. That was our childhood. Somehow Rodgers is still around. Our childhood people are gone. They're out.
Don't get what I'm saying confused. Josh Allen is great.
Mm-hmm.
He's just not up there with Patty, and he's not up there with Burrow.
What does that say? Dare you to let one rip? I mean, to be honest, I totally would if I had to. I would entertain that. Sorry, we had a comment that said, "I dare you to let one rip for a gift on TikTok."
People are wild.
People are weirdos. So I heard. All right, this is totally off topic. I was reading some article the other day about how escorts and strippers get treated by men.
Yikes.
Yeah, it's a wild article. I read a lot of weird shit. Anyway, so the basis of this lady who was an escort, she was breaking down. Most of the time, it wasn't like people being sexually weird or anything. They wanted her to do weird stuff, like eat corn out of a can while she sat in a chair naked while this person sat on the bed and watched TV. Like, how fucking wild does that sound? I made $200 to go do that. Or I wanted somebody to come and sit in a chair in my lap while we watch Wheel of Fortune. And that's how I made $200 that night. Like, people are fucking weird. People pay money to get people to come do these types of things.
God, I hope that's the real Frank the Tank that just joined.
Yes! Anyway, I'm just saying, people are fucking weird. That's my point. People are way more weird than you even realize.
My issue would be that you had to read an article to figure that out.
No, it was emphasizing the point I was making that people are weird.
Just think
like
about,
there's a lot of weirdos.
When we go to bars locally, and there's always like a female bartender there.
Right.
The like 450 plus dudes that sit on the bar top with us just say the most fucking wild, no filter shit you could ever think of.
Yeah, it's insane.
Thinking they have a single fucking sliver of shot in the world that the bartender is going to speak to you.
While they pay her mortgage, which is what she's there for, but she has to put up with this shit. This is wild. I couldn't possibly imagine being a woman and being put in that position or that situation or having to deal with shit like that all the time. That is nuts.
Dudes are disgusting, and they're like 90% fucking pervs.
Jeez.
Somewhere down in the genes, it's just like some dudes like actually say it, and some dudes just keep it inside.
I would say for the most part, and I think I know you well enough to say it too. I don't think we're that weird of motherfuckers. Sure, we think some strange thoughts, but I wouldn't say anything off the reservation. There's a lot of people that are fucking weirdos, like weirdos. Like, I want to chain somebody in my basement and throw them tomatoes once a week and hope they don't die. And then when they're about to die, I'm going to release them and go. There was that killer would release women into the woods and go hunt them down, like Most Dangerous Game type shit. Like, these are real fucking people. This is wild shit.
Hey, Crystal, how you doing?
I'm gonna grab a beer.
It's wild that you say that, because like I've been scrolling in a lot of TikTok lately, and I've been seeing a ton of somebody's been posting all these Chris Hansen To Catch a Predator or whatever on TikTok,
where they're doing like it looks like instant messaging almost. Have you seen the lives that are that?
I see the ones where it's like a 40-year-old dude comes to meet a 13-year-old girl.
Oh, where it's live happening. Yeah. Okay.
And like the dude sits down at the kitchen table, and the girl's like, "I go to the bathroom, I'll be right back." And then Chris Hansen walks around the corner. He's like, "Hey, what are you doing here?
Why don't you have a seat?"
and then Chris Hansen's always like, "What'd you come here for?" And he's like, I don't know, eat some pizza." Then the Chris Hansen's like, "You said you had a condom in your pocket." And the guy's like, "Yeah, I carry one."
I used to love it. I used to love watching that show. It was wild.
And then as soon as they go outside, they get tackled by a SWAT team.
Good. No, there's ones that's actually like, I don't know if it's like agency sponsor or anything, but it looks like a fucking AOL chat room from back in the day, if you remember those.
Yes.
You get in and you're typing, you're like, 16, male, Florida. And they're trying to like lure them in, and like if the old guy's like 40 male, Illinois, what do you like to do for fun? And they'll fucking respond and shit. It's weird that that's still a way for predators to interact with kids. Who the fuck is in these chat rooms? Who are you people?
I don't know, man.
That goes back to people are stupid. You are so stupid if you're in a chat room typing words to what you think is a young girl or male, and you're like, "Oh, this is it. I'm in. She's going to meet me at the fucking Kmart." What are you doing?
Are you a cop? If you are, you have to tell me.
Oh, my God.
Jeez. Going off the rails.
We got way off topic.
This is what happens when there's no NFL. Thanks.
There's no football. Now we're talking about Chris Hansen and catching predators.
We went from Josh Allen's overrated to Chris Hansen.
How did that even happen? I'm gonna have to listen to this tomorrow and figure out where the segue happened. Jeez.
You got a vacay coming up in a couple weeks. You're going down to the Grand Strand.
Would love to be just at Myrtle Beach with the boys because I always love that. We're going to the family beach, Surfside. Gonna have a great time. July 4th. So where we stay is a very small baseball park with it's not a river. It's like a creek running across that goes down to the ocean. We're 3 blocks off the beach, and all the fireworks for July 4th are right there in front of the back deck. It's outstanding.
Do y'all ever hit Sam's Corner?
Sam's Corner.
Down in Surfside, Myrtle's Inlet? I don't know. It's a cool spot
Merle's?
for kids.
Sam's.
Great spot for kids, like arcades everywhere.
It's in Merle's? We usually go down to like the Marsh Walk in Merle's.
Yeah, that's Myrtle's Inlet for sure.
We drive past Suck Bang Blow, like I can't take the kids there. But then we go down to like River City Cafe and Deadeye Jack's, all that shit.
You're not taking kids into the burnout pit at Suck Bang Blow?
I wouldn't be opposed to it, per se.
Oh, man. We are actually going, we're leaving Friday, driving down to Florida, spend the night in Florida. Sunday, we're hopping on the new Richard Branson Virgin Voyages cruise line.
You can't just make things up. 5
nights, Cozumel, Mexico, Bahamas. You heard about the new Virgin Voyages?
No.
This whole brand new cruise line, right?
Uh-huh.
New ships, new cruise line, new brand.
So is it like Spirit or is it
No, luxury. Here's their stick.
Spirit got all new ships, okay?
Spirit gets roasted on the internet.
I'm just saying things.
Tips are included.
Okay.
No children.
Okay. Don't love that.
Got rid of buffets. Instead of buffets, you got like 20 bars and restaurants.
That's fucking trash too.
Instead of buffets, you have all these like grab and go stations. Like you just randomly walk up and grab a sushi roll and
that's
keep walking.
Kind of a buffet.
But like nobody's like congregating.
Oh, okay. There's not like a line where
people no.
Fucking picking their nose and then grabbing.
There's not a guy that's like breathing over the plexiglass, like pointing out which things he wants.
I understand the no kids thing, but obviously I would not go to a place
like
Right.
These people are trying to get away from children.
I actually would never choose to get away from the children. I feel like maybe that's rare though. Maybe that's not a real thing.
I don't know.
I'm doing it now, but like I'd rather be with the kids all the time. Thank you.
Somebody invented a no kids cruise line, and I think
it's selling out.
Oh, selling out big time.
I would venture to guess there's going to be a lot of old folks there.
And there's been no children resorts forever in like islands and
that's cool.
Countries and shit.
I'm not complaining about it.
Oh,
I'm not going to shove it down everyone's throat.
And I'm starting to see a lot of
actually, you know what?
No kids restaurants popping up all over America.
Well, this is fucking. We have a month for Pride. We're gonna have a month for kids. I'm gonna shove that down your throat. We're coming to your restaurant where kids aren't allowed, and you can't say anything about it.
I don't give a shit about kids. You want to bring kids? Awesome. The only time kids are fucking with me is when I'm fucking smashing a beer in the pool and a kid comes and does a cannonball right beside me and it goes in my beer.
Maybe don't be a bitch.
If I'm on,
I would cannonball. If I was a 10-year-old, cannonball in your ass 19 times so you get so mad and yell at my mom.
If I'm at the deep end, go cannonball at the other end. You know what I mean?
Actually, I agree with you. There should be like a section where it's like, hey, kids, don't fucking come over here. We're going to watch you do your stupid shit.
Usually not an issue, though, because normally every cruise line has a adults pool and a kids pool.
Right. They have an adults only zone.
Right.
No, I totally understand. I was just trying to be ridiculous because that's what most people who have like restrictions on them do. They say, well, we're going to change that. So you can't keep me out of there. You can't make me not do this. That's what would happen if it was a, let's call it a straight cruise. What if you're on a straight cruise? No gay people allowed.
I'm sure that's a thing somewhere.
Not a fucking chance.
You don't think?
That would be lit up and lit on fire immediately.
Before we 180 miles past it, what are your thoughts on the no kids restaurants that are popping up?
There's people that don't want to be around kids, and I'm fine with that.
When they're eating.
Yeah.
Especially when they're on like a date night.
I mean, I'm just not going to go there. I'm going to take my kids. I mean, typically, if you go to like fucking Ruth's Chris, you go to the Chop House, there's not going to be kids there anyway. If you're going to one of these fancy ass places. Now, if you're looking, if the niche is to have like a mid-level casual dining experience without kids,
right?
That's probably a good idea. Nobody wants to go down to the local Applebee's if they're on a date night and it's like hey, we're running out to get some food night, and then be surrounded by 15 kids because it's kids night. I get it.
Normally, when the kid starts screaming, one of the parents takes the kid outside to calm it down for a little bit.
I guess.
On the rare occasion, though, the parent just lets the kid sit there and just keep screaming. And you're at one table over, just like, oh my fucking gosh, shut up.
Right. Well, see, and that's usually people that don't have kids. They're not accustomed to dealing with that.
Right.
That shit doesn't bother me. I
Right.
don't even hear it. I don't care.
I don't think anyone cares.
Like
when it's their
sometimes
kid.
your kid's fucking screaming,
Mhm.
and I get it. Like sometimes there's not shit you can do.
Mhm.
But that's also why you see all these, and I don't know, a lot of people bitch about kids being on their cell phones now. But guess what that does? On the airplane, I hand you the cell phone. This kid shuts the hell up so you can sit there and read your fucking book there, Rosemary. Okay, you got it? All right, Janice, sit there in 2A and read your book. You're not being bothered.
I feel like every kid's a tablet kid now. It's just how many hours a day do you give the kid on the tablet?
We get like 0.
0.
But that's us.
That's strong. Because I see
They don't ever they'll pull out the cell phone and play. It's kind of the same thing. They pull out the cell phone and they'll watch something if there's something really going on. But usually they don't. Well, see, I'm not home all day either.
Right.
I don't know.
Right.
I don't track this shit. But like, if I'm at the house, we're at a restaurant, unless Tommy's losing his fucking mind, we're not just handing out cell phones. They're hanging out, they're talking, they're, I don't know, playing with their hair, picking boogers, whatever kids do.
I feel like BG's big into the cell phone games. BG plays a lot of cell phone games.
Who? Like oldest?
Yeah. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it because we play games ourselves and we're damn near 40.
Right. Yeah. No, I mean, it's not big, though. Not at all. He's more of a TV guy. He wants to go flip on turtles or fucking superheroes or whatever. I have to yell from that because I was out in the yard working for about an hour yesterday and I realized he wasn't out there. And I was like, hey, get your ass out of bed, come get your weed eater, and we're going to cut some shit. Like, we got stuff to do. So he was doing that. I was on the tractor. Like, we had shit going on.
I didn't know you were fucking Yellowstone at your house.
I still have a lot of trees to cut down. A lot.
Yikes.
What's up, y'all? If you're just joining us, we are currently live. We're about to wrap up pretty soon here. 3rd and 48 podcast will be live on Spotify in a matter of half hour, 1 hour. He's Thomas the Lefty on TikTok. I'm Galoob QB1. We are available on anywhere you can get podcasts. We are live on YouTube. We'll be on Facebook as well. Shoot us a follow, drop a comment, send me a picture of your favorite football team and your experience of the game. Do that.
For y'all that like just watch us, like started like jumping in and out recently, like it's gonna be a whole different show come NFL season. If you didn't watch it all last year, but right now we just literally spitball whatever you want to talk about.
You know what it reminds me of? We'll get to that in just actually we can do that right now. Remind me to come back to the dead area. Favorites for the U.S. Open. You know I'm going with Brooksy. I feel like the favorites are going to be a lot of the same people though, like they are every single time. But who's on a burner right now? Is there like somebody coming out of the woodwork that's like, hey, this dude's got a shot?
I don't know. When the RBC was going off the air today, did you see that clip of where they dropped the ball into the rough at the U.S. Open course and the ball disappeared? And that's like the best thing ever. And then you know the greens are going to be like a damn 10 to 15 on the stent meter.
The U.S. Open's always the wildest one, right?
God.
They make it. It's so hard to make a ball stop. It's so hard to get out of the rough.
I like it when the leaders positive on the scoreboard, like +1, +2.
It's been like that several times.
Yeah.
I'm rooting for my boy Brooksy. That's what I'm doing. I do it every time though, so it's not new.
If I had to pick right now, I can narrow it down to Rahm, Scheffler, or Matthew Fitzpatrick. That would be my 3-pack that I'd give you right now.
I actually put the notes and the computer away. So I would look up the Vegas odds right now. I would love to look at it. But I'm not going to do it. So that's where we are. You said Rahm, Fitzpatrick, Scheffler.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to cheer for Brooks because that's what I do.
And I mean, I'm never going to count out Brooks because it seems like he's just got a bigger sack than everyone when the majors start.
As long as he doesn't ever dye his hair blonde again.
I feel like he's 100% healthy right now. He was not healthy for like 2 to 4 year stretch
Do you
there.
remember he fucked up his knee?
And then he tried to fix it on his own, which really fucked up his knee.
Yeah. And then people touched him, and everyone thought that was weird that he didn't like it.
He did get beat by 50-year-old Phil Mickelson straight up.
I mean, that's with Phil.
Brooks said in majors, he's the king. His words.
I'm just saying that you can say that all you want. There's 0% chance that didn't cross your mind.
I didn't say it. Brooks said it.
Right.
I was happy because I'm lefty and I love it when lefties win.
So I feel like we got to a point of like no activity during coronavirus in 2020, and the radio airwaves, it was so wild what people were talking about because there was just nothing going on. So you heard a lot of like old stories, rehashing memories, talking about music, talking about different things you can do at your house. It was just a bunch of wild shit because there was no sports going on really.
Gaming started getting huge.
Right. You could actually, that's how, was there ever a chance in your life that you thought you could bet on people playing Call of Duty online? That is insane.
Esports.
You can bet on people playing a game. That's nuts to me.
I think it's wild that there's like teams, like people buy esports teams.
Yeah.
It's
well, that's who you're betting on. Because I actually hit one because I'm a degenerate. I put in a kills one for some map on Call of Duty.
Right.
And each team has like 5 players that you can pick from that they'll have 20-something kills this game, whatever.
Right.
So there's 5 guys per team, and they're scheduled to play at this time. It's like a real fucking game. It's like a sport. Like, hey, you warming up? Are you in the lobby? Are you out here? Are you testing out your M4? Maybe going to change the reticle? Like, what the shit is this? This is nuts. But anyway, so I feel like that's kind of what happens when we get past. I mean, what are we like 8-9 weeks into not having football?
I'm gonna do a flashback real quick and see if you remember this. We were both sitting at a local bar.
Okay.
And we both were like, coronavirus, what the fuck is that? No one cares. That's not real. We're sitting at the bar. We look at the monitor on the wall, the TV, and it says NCAA college basketball March Madness canceled.
I was going to cancel it. Yeah.
Canceled.
I do remember that.
And we were like, what? What? This thing is so big that it canceled March Madness. Like,
where are we at on like the responsibility of that and the like? Was that the right thing to do? Because I 100% think that we lost a lot of money for no fucking reason. We caused a lot of issues that shouldn't have been caused by way overdoing this. And I understand a lot of people were affected by this virus. I understand a lot of people died because they contracted pneumonia while having this virus. But what?
1 second. Danny Stark just said hello from Fort Wayne, Indiana, right after I just told you my Silverado was built in Fort Wayne, Indiana.
That's where his white Chevy Silverado was put together.
And your dad's.
Oh, I feel like this is a joke. It's got to be a joke. That's got to be a joke.
I'm ready. Waiting.
Read it out loud so everyone can hear it. Did you hear about Willie Nelson? Got hit by a car the other day.
He was playing on the road again.
I'll give you a 5.4 for that one.
I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. That was bad. Give me another one. We'll let you redeem yourself.
Hey, what are your pronouns? I love her. I love she. All the things that have to do with females, I really like those ones. I would claim them as my own, but they're not me. The reason why he was playing on the road again was that it was always on his mind.
That one went even.
We're going to keep going with this? Is there another part to it?
That was even lower.
Is there another part to it? Please tell me there's another part to it.
Oh.
I love that. Hit me more jokes, though. I love the jokes.
Jesus. If you're not going to throw a banger out, we're going to stop.
How do you get a snowman to smile? A lot of it's in the delivery. Don't look at the answer. I'll tell you the answer. How do you get a snowman to smile?
Couldn't even begin to guess.
You get the snowblower out.
I need to buy a gun.
I like that one. What was the one you said the other day? I was the chickpea and the garbanzo bean. It's actually a YouTube short. It's a fantastic
That's
joke.
a banger.
Go ahead.
Which one?
Chickpea and garbanzo bean. Go ahead. Tell them.
Let's
There you
see.
go.
What's the difference between a chickpea and a garbanzo bean?
No idea.
Anybody?
Chickpea and a garbanzo bean. What's the difference?
I've never paid $200 to have a garbanzo bean on my face.
That is money. That is money.
You were talking about the implications of Corona, like
Yeah.
what's going to be the lasting effect of it.
You already seen it.
Here's the number that I saw
You
the
know,
other day.
you know what's crazy? Before you go into the numbers,
Thank you, Danny.
the fact that the supply chain is still affected in general right now, and what it did to the workforce as a whole. All right, proceed with the numbers. I would like to hear them.
This stat just hit me the other day, and it was like a cumulative. We're wrapping up coronavirus. This is what we want you to know.
Right.
It said something like, I don't know, 60 to 90% of all money that is in circulation right now in America has been printed in the last 2 to 3 years.
And that's why inflation is where it is, right? Because they were just handing out fucking monopoly money.
So we've had money in bill form for 100 years or whatever.
Which is essentially monopoly money. I know it's backed by gold reserves and all that, technically.
But over half has been printed in the last 2 years or 3 years.
It's fucking nuts.
It makes no sense.
I would like to see the long-term effects, because this happened, was it in India?
Heard that one before, Danny.
Somewhere over in Eurasia, somewhere, that they did this to their economic structure, where they fucking just printed the shit out of everything to try to fix their economy.
Right.
Then, similar to what usually happens, there's a recession or even a depression, which keeps getting predicted with what's going on right now. It's going to be a hard thing to stop if you don't open the floodgates back up. Some people will say it was caused by economic policy when it was really just water flowing downstream. I disagree. I think it was planned and put into action by the government, because the government fucking sucks. Anyway, where was I going with that? We're going to, with that amount of money just being printed,
Right.
It's not real.
Right.
All it does is devalue everything, which
Right.
China has done for years and years and years and years. But they're so fucking big, it doesn't matter.
Right.
Anyway, how you get a waterbed to... Oh, somebody hit us with that one last week. That's a good one, though.
Heard it.
That is a good one.
Good one.
Yep. All right. Appreciate that. Let's put a bow on this thing. Thanks for stopping by. Spotify will be live in a half hour to 45 minutes as soon as I get that thing uploaded. Follow us on YouTube. Subscribe on YouTube. Follow him, Thomas the Lefty, on TikTok. Follow me, Galoob QB1, on TikTok. We are on everywhere you can get your podcasts, except for iHeart, because I don't know why I can't figure their shit out. I actually just kind of gave up. So check out Amazon, check out Spotify, check out Apple Pods, check out YouTube, check out Facebook, wherever the fuck you want to go on the internet. Hop in, give us a like, give us a share, drop a comment, do something. Don't do nothing, do something.
Appreciate you guys. Like always, like, share, follow.
I will see y'all next week. Tommy will be on a beach somewhere holding his manhood in his own hand. I don't know who's filling in yet. It might just be me sitting here talking to you. We'll see what happens. Y'all have a good week.
Later.